Do not post your referral codes in the comment section below. Doing so will result in being blocked and reported. Hi guys, Jaybo785 here. I apologize if this video is a little bit hard to hear. I have a cold. So now that's been said, let's go ahead and move on. I'm going to be talking about the awards that I'm going to be giving out to people for last week's competition. And I really recommend that you guys get on there and read through all of them, because this was a really tough choice for me. It's actually 2:04 in the morning, as you can see. I actually spent about the last hour and a half trying to figure out who I really thought should win this. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started, alright? Honorable mentions, or fourth place. The first person to post this idea was Swiffy. And so I have to go first come, first serve. If everybody posts the same idea, the first person that posted it, I have to give them credit. So, to everybody else that posted an idea that was similar or was the same thing, I applaud your efforts, and I hope that you understand why this person won above you. So Swiffy won because they suggested the auction house, Grand Exchange, or market, or whatever. And I agree. That would really help stop a lot of spam and really make a lot of players happy. I used to play RuneScape pretty hardcore, and what they did was they actually would assign a card a changing value, much like the stock market. They had a formula that could do that with the drop rates and whatnot, and how many of them were in the game, and the change ratio, and the average of how much pure water HP is being traded. So they could give a card a value based on that, much like they already give it a value base for its rubies, okay? Which I don't know why you would ever really want to sell a card unless it was a gold dragon. So, that being said, let's go ahead and move on to third place. Now, guys, before I do that, let me just say this. Swiffy, third place, and second place, whoever won those, they're going to probably just get a rare. First place, I'm going to try to send a high rare to, okay? I'm kind of tapped out right now because I just had a buddy that got kicked out of an order, and I had to get him some starter materials because of that. But, first place, they're going to get something that's at least pretty decent, okay? So, moving on to third place, okay? This is where the good start. And you know what? I'm not going to even try to pronounce this guy's name. But, his suggestion was additional unlockable, which I don't know why that says unlockable, bonuses, okay? So, much like if you play PlayStation 3 with trophies, or if you play Xbox with achievements, not only is it you get so many max bonus cards, or you get so many of the different types of cards, but like a winning streak, or, defeat an opponent that's X amount of levels higher than you, or, just really use your imagination. And some of the ideas that he wrote down, I actually added a little bit to this, was you get an additional rubies per hour, friendships points per hour, maybe even per day on this, guys. And I say maybe 1 HP or 1 cure water additional per week. But that, of course, would be at the top of the food chain of that unlockable list, okay? And I think for the amount of work and just being 1 additional cure water HP per week, or 52 per year, that's not going to unbalance the game very much, and that would really make a lot of the players work harder and be very happy. So I have to applaud his efforts for that suggestion, and there was a couple other ones like that, but he's the first one that I saw suggested it on there, so I have to give him that reward. And I applaud his efforts, and I applaud everybody else's efforts, and thank you all for posting on my videos. Second would have to go to Dexstar. What he suggested was a drag-drop approach to speed up trades and to swap decks. And I actually really like that idea, because one way that I earn my HP is by farming high normal skilled cards. And it really pisses me off when I go to trade 9 of those things, and I find out that I only have 8. So I just wasted a lot of time for worthlessness. So, I could see this being abused by farmers that have multiple accounts and stuff like that. But I don't think that legitimate players should be basically, what's the word I'm looking for here? Punished for that, okay? So I think a way to get around that would be you could only propose X amount of trades per minute to kind of help with that. So I have to applaud his efforts, and the reason he took second place above these other ones, which I actually really like these ideas, was he proposed an idea of how to make his suggestion work, okay? So that's one of the few people that I saw, oh, we want this. Dexar actually said, this is how we could do this, okay? So he recognized the problem, and he also gave a solution for that. So I commend his efforts for that. Now, excuse me for just 1 second, guys. Now, first place, there's a very important reason why I chose this. And that's Roger the Alien. And he said for Raging Bahamut to improve their security, okay? And I agree with this. A lot of top-ranking players have got their accounts hacked. And, watch my last video, guys, to watch out for scams and stuff like that if you want to keep up on that. But he said Rage of Bahamut needs to improve their security. And you could go back and look at the date that he posted this. And check out homepage right now. And I believe on the 28th, one of the things that they said that they did was they improved security. Or they made it so that people can't log onto multiple accounts on the same phone at the same time. Which was one of the big issues with Holy Wars. So, my idea on how to do that, and actually I'm kind of stealing this idea from RuneScape, is that the first time you log on to your account, you have to not only, and I know that it's automatically log you on, or sometimes you have to enter in your email and your password, but to get to your cards, or to unlock cards, you have to one time enter a PIN number, and until you log out, that PIN number stays active, okay? So, if you shut off your phone, it crashes, you gotta enter it again, but as long as you're staying active on there, you only have to enter it once. And so that's why Roger the Alien won this competition. And one last suggestion, guys, is mine is this, okay? I want to be able to tell exactly what a card is, be able to tell what its emote status, what its maxing status was, okay? By actually just looking at the damn card. I get tired of looking at stat sheets and kind of having to guess and going, okay, is this a 4-6 or is it a 5-4? Or, I get tired of that. So, I think Rage of Bahamut recognizes that that's an issue and that they should actually make an XX on the card that says that, okay? Now, I can see where that would be a problem where if you have one card that's max and one card was at level 20 or something like that, and then they evolved them so the stats are all funky. But I think that that needs to be done. Just for the sake of players' convenience. Because this is a game that is supposed to be for fun, not for work, okay? And that those casual players, especially being introduced to the games, it can be pretty overwhelming at times. So guys, thank you for tuning in to this video and watching it. Remember, if you got an extra device laying around, please use my referral code RUM26800. Thank you all very much. Have a wonderful night. Or morning, I guess.